You have to understand YouTube is it's all about transitioning and doing different things, okay? I can't stay stuck, I can't stay stiff, and I can't stay boring. That's why you have. Cause the way you're looking at me keeps driving me mad. I don't understand how you do it to me. I don't wanna go back, but I can't even sleep when you're next to me. Oh, I don't know how you do it. If I go too crazy, would you come and save me? I don't know how long I can go, taking it, taking it, taking it slow. If I go too crazy, would you come and save me? Well, hello, happy Monday. HerSheMe, it's me. HerSheMe, it's you. HerSheMe, it's us. Okay. I hope we all are doing good and great on this Monday. I hope we all had a productive and blessed day. Okay. Um, I was just gonna get on here and read off something, but I said, let me show my face and ask everybody how are y'all, and then say to y'all, I hope we woke up in a good space on this Monday. Okay, I hope we didn't bring nothing in with us this Monday from last week. Okay, I hope we didn't. I hope we woke up amazing, okay? I hope we woke up standing stronger than we was, okay? Strong enough to finish and complete the process, strong enough to walk in my process. You understand? Strong enough to face the things that I need to face in order to stitch my wound, in order for healing, okay? I'm waist training y'all. I just got off work, okay? I just got off work and yeah. And let me say this, y'all. I'm glad to be back in the real world, but it feels kind of weird at the same time. And it shouldn't feel weird because this is the norm. You understand? But I took myself out and was in another world for a long time. And now going back into the real world, it's almost like I have to adapt again, okay? Adapt again. Um, I just want to say to everybody, I read y'all comments. Y'all haven't replied yet, but I read them. And thank you, okay? And all of y'all are welcome, okay? Because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be able to give the feedback. So I thank y'all so much. Also, let me say, I hope we recognize something about ourselves, even if it's recognizing the truth. You understand? Sometimes, y'all know it or not, we walk around in denial, okay? A lot. Denial of things that we are going through, and denial of things that we do, and things that is basically happening around us, okay? In denial. So I hope we woke up today just recognizing, okay, the truth, okay? And also trusting ourselves to get over certain situations, trusting ourselves to stand in this process, and not only stand in this process, but complete and achieve whatever it is that I am trying to achieve at the end. Even if that is saying stitching my wound, no longer will I walk around with my wound open. You understand? It's time for healing. And the thing about healing, y'all, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen a month or two or next year. It takes time. But for the ones that has been having this wound open since you was a child, or had this wound open since you was younger, and now you have grown into your older age, okay? At some point, and I'm just going to say this, at some point, you should be ready to stitch, because I'm ready to break free. I'm ready to walk in my peace. I'm ready to actually, like I said in my other video, enjoy life. You understand? Not enjoying life just a little bit, but then I have to deal with a open wound. I want to stitch that wound and I want to get back to me. If I'm not able to get back to me, then I want to find me. You understand? If I have not found me of who I am and found my happiness, then it is time, and it is time right now for me to continue the process and also start the process to find me. You understand? Um, So, anyways, y'all, basically, I was coming with a reading off, and let me finish. I hope we acknowledge something about ourselves, acknowledge something good about ourselves, okay? Acknowledge how beautiful you are today, acknowledge how amazing you are today. Like I always tell you, if nobody else have said anything good to you, you understand, or gave you that pat on your back, give it to yourself, acknowledge yourself before anybody else has to acknowledge you. Acknowledge you and acknowledge your worth, acknowledge your beauty, acknowledge the brightness and brilliance that's within you, okay? And the uniqueness that's within you. Acknowledge your strength. Acknowledge your willpower. Acknowledge your growth. You understand? Remember that. Rafa, okay? If anybody dealing with anything on this day, if this was a struggling Monday for you, just struggling getting back to going back to work, struggling within your foundation, struggling within yourself, Rafa, okay? Recognize it, address it, face it, and acknowledge it. Or you could say recognize it, acknowledge it, face it, and address it, okay? Address the problem, address the situation. You have to address it in order to make a shift. You understand? So today, y'all, HerSheMe it's me, HerSheMe it's you, HerSheMe it's us. I wrote anxious. And what was so crazy was I came up with anxious, and then all of a sudden I started seeing anxious everywhere. And I said, what the? So today is anxious. And basically, I just want to read off anxious because sometimes anxious, y'all, that is me sometimes with what I have wrote. But I know that is not only me, it's a lot of us that walk around anxious. It's a lot of us that wake up anxious. It's a lot of us that go on our day to day and live our life as just being anxious. Anxious for, I would say, you could be anxious for healing, anxious for better. You understand? Anxious for just finding that me. I'm just so ready. I'm so anxious to just get back to me or find my peace, find my greatness. You understand? Find what's for me, find my correct path. You understand? Okay. So, how many of us woke up anxious? How many of us feel anxious? How many of us walk around feeling so anxious? So anxious to, okay, I can't say. So anxious to find better, okay? And that can be find better within your foundation, find better for you, or find better within you. You understand? But I think a lot of us, when we get at a certain age, it's all about finding better within us. You understand? If I know I have been this way for a long time and I am not okay, I am not satisfied with what I'm giving, I am not satisfied with what I'm speaking, you understand, or what I would say, what I'm serving. I want to be a better me. I want to give more of me. Then I am anxious to find that better me. Uh, to feel better, to become better, okay? To have better, to receive better. I know there is a lot of us that's anxious for receiving better. You understand? Because a lot of people's situation is just not good and great. You have a lot of people that is struggling within their foundation, or struggling trying to, I would say, be a single mother, raise your kids, trying to I'm anxious to receive better because I'm struggling within this relationship. I'm struggling within my marriage. I am struggling within myself. You understand? I'm struggling within my finances. You understand? So I am so anxious to just receive better. And that is where I say, I pray every day, continue to pull me up. Whatever it is that y'all are dealing with or you're struggling with, continue to pull me up and pull me out because I am anxious. I am so anxious to receive better, to know better. You understand? I think, like I said before, they put it on, hey, we all are grown, so you should know better. In a lot of situations, we don't know better because we are still growing, we are still learning each and every day. You understand? Just because we are older in age or grown, that doesn't mean that we know. You understand? We still have that period of what you would say learning lessons and learning to do better, learning to know better. You understand? Learning to understand better. How many feel anxious of not accepting the life that you are in? A lot of us wake up each and every day and we do not accept, you understand, accept the life that we are in. You understand? Because somehow I want better than what it is. And I would say for me doing YouTube, I want better than that. I want greater than that. You understand? So we go harder each and every day for the better life that we want. You understand? Um, Tommy want to cut me off, but it's okay. I'll start over. I was saying, anxious of not accepting the life you are in, the lifestyle you have, anxious to find the life that you want. You understand? And I think sometimes about life in general, it's all about what you give. How much do you want to give in order to receive? How hard do you want to go in order to have better, have different? You understand? Because a lot of us just wait for things to be handed to us, but no, you have to go and you have to get it. You have to make it happen. You have to put a lot of effort into to make it happen of what you want achieving at the end, I would say. Um, Anxious to find the life that you want or the path to take. A lot of us is just we're anxious to find the right direction. A lot of us is lost, okay? A lot of us is walking around stranded. It may look like we have it all together and we know our direction, but somehow we is trying to find our way because we are lost. So I'm anxious to know what path should I take? What direction should I go in? What path is for me? What is my direction? You understand? Anxious for more, anxious for better, anxious for peace and happiness. A lot of us is anxious for peace. That's why a lot of us is willing to start a journey or start a process to find that better me, okay? To find happiness within me because I have not been happy. I have not been loving myself. I've been hard on myself. But at this moment, at this time, I am anxious to find my peace. I'm anxious to find my happiness. So, with that, I will do all that I can and all that it takes to find my path, to find my peace, and find my happiness. You understand? Um, Anxious to be grounded, full of gratitude. I believe we all want to be grounded and full of gratitude. Everybody. Everybody that's starting a process or standing in a process or walking in a process or starting a journey or standing in a journey, they want to be grounded and they want their gratitude, okay? They want to be full of gratitude. Anxious for change, anxious for accepting, for helping, loving, anxious to be free. That's why we work on ourselves. Because I'm anxious to let go of this baggage. I'm anxious to start stitching that wound. I'm anxious to see my wound healing. I'm anxious to see my wound at the end. Because this scar that will be here and remain will always let me know where I was, where I've been through, and how I came out at the end. Okay? And that's why I say this is me, anxious. But in some situations, we have to learn to be anxious for nothing. You understand? HerSheMe, it's me. HerSheMe, it's you. HerSheMe, it's us. Continue to work on yourself. Continue to pour into yourself in order to build. Build yourself. However you want to build yourself. How how tall do you want to build yourself? Okay? Continue to build yourself. Don't let nobody come in or step in and say, hey, you're building too high. No. I know what I want to build, and I know where I want to be, and I know how high and tall I want to be, how high I want to elevate. You understand? How high I want to climb within myself, within my foundation. You understand? Within my peace, within my happiness. So then I would read it and I'm done because I was explaining. But HerSheMe, it's me, it's you, anxious. How many of us wake up anxious? How many of us feel anxious? How many of us walk around anxious? So anxious to find better, to feel better, to become better, to have better, to receive better, to know better, accepting the life you are. How many feel anxious of not accepting the life you are in, the lifestyle you have, anxious to find the life that you want, the path to take, anxious for more, anxious for better, anxious for peace and happiness, anxious to be grounded, full of gratitude, anxious for change, anxious for accepting, for helping, loving, anxious to be free. This is me, anxious. But then some we have to learn to be anxious for nothing. HerSheMe, it's me. HerSheMe, it's you. HerSheMe, it's us. May y'all continue to have a great and amazing Monday, the rest of your Monday. Enjoy it and do not forget to take a little time out, okay? If it's just that much, take a little time out for yourself, your mind, your body, your soul, your sanity. You understand? Pour a little bit into you. Don't always pour into other people and to other things and forget to pour a little bit more back into yourself. You understand? Anyways, y'all, peace.